Cool. Ready to go?
Yep.
What's going on, and welcome back to Kickin' It With. My name is Zac Holcomb, and this is episode 47. Today I got Shivar Person with me. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Zach?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. Thanks for coming out. It's let's see, the last Monday of March we're recording this on here in downtown Kinston, so we're pretty excited. And with the end of March comes the beginning of baseball season, usually right around the corner.
Yep, we are a week away. So
Nice.
The first game officially is April 6th, but on Tuesday, April 4th, so a week from tomorrow, we host Mount Olive College in an exhibition game.
Oh, sweet.
And
Sweet,
then from there, we're in at 66 games between now and September 10th.
Nice.
So
you already have the back-to-back weeks off circled as
yes,
well.
yeah. We, some of the few things that COVID did in the minor league baseball world was you go on the road or you're at home for about a week, then you're on the road for a week versus, back and forth. But every team kind of gets a 2 week where everyone's on the road for 2 weeks. And it's kind of nice just to have a normal office hours versus
you get like a summer vacation week almost kind of built in there. Yeah,
absolutely.
No, that's sweet. That's sweet. Yeah, it's that's one of the things, man. It's like the new schedule, like you mentioned, that they don't play two teams in the same week. And Mondays, I think they still have Mondays as an off
Mondays
day,
are off day,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So no one in the league works on the Monday.
Yeah, it's like a travel day, because if you got to go on the road, with minor league baseball, you're hopping on a bus and you're going, whether you're going to Delmarva or Augusta or Charleston, some of those are little hauls, and it's good for the guys to just have a day to travel and not have to travel / play baseball in the same day.
Totally. Unless they're coming here, then we want them to play.
Correct, absolutely.
I love when they travel in on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah. We'll see them because they won't get to the. They usually stay at the motor lodge, so usually you'll see them and they won't see the buses until after the game. They just go straight to the stadium, which kind of makes sense. But I think it's like the teams that definite teams that do that would be like the Mudcats and the Woodpeckers.
Same with us. Yeah, we'll travel to Zebulon or Fayetteville. Not have to necessarily make that full Monday day trip.
Yeah, so they get a full day off.
Yeah, which is nice because at the end of the day, you got young kids and they're professional athletes and we're all human. The break is good for the mind.
Yeah, no doubt. So, plus, a lot of them, they got big parties they got to go to in Greenville.
They got to figure it out. Yeah, they got to figure it out. They learn a little bit about Eastern North Carolina when they get here.
No doubt. That's what I like about try to explain to people of how do you explain low A baseball? And I'm it's kind of what I picked up from it is it's like the marrying of the two cultures of baseball because they kind of bring together the American players and the Latin American players. And
Absolutely.
They start to gel those two groups together in one team.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of cool to you look at your fan base to your players and when you start in April, everyone's relatively new in minor league baseball. You get some guys back, but for a lot of part, you don't have a lot of new players, and you get to learn who they are, where they're from, and then a lot of our fans try to pick up on a little bit of the culture, here we go, and it makes it, very good, cross blending of Eastern North Carolina with the rest of the world and the baseball community.
Yep, absolutely. So, it's made me a better heckler too, of having to not only know how to get at someone in English but also in Espanol.
Oh, yeah, muy bueno.
Yeah, see. Yep, a little en la tierra, get that ball down in the dirt. That's what we like to see. Pass
That's
balls.
Right. Absolutely. It's always good to have, it's good to have the friendly heckler in the stands, of course.
Yeah, we have rules. We don't curse or anything.
That's right. It's part of baseball.
Yeah, no moms, but just girlfriends' names. Those are acceptable.
We'll let it slide.
In the game. Out there in the Wood Duck Mafia down there on the third base side.
That's right.
So we actually have a couple extra. If you're randomly looking at this or watching this pod and you're like, man, I need to get a season ticket, we do. I know you guys are trying to sell them too, but
we are.
I got one extra in my box. So
there we go.
Reach out. Yeah, join the Mafia. We've got one for you.
Exactly. So and we still got season tickets. We love to have. We've got a pretty solid, one of the oldest stadiums in minor league baseball.
Yeah.
It's our 75th anniversary.
Nice.
Grainger Stadium opened its doors officially on April 8th, 1949.
That's crazy.
And we happen to play on April 8th, 2023.
Nice. So you got a little tie into that?
We do. Yeah. We the local high school back in the day, Grainger High School, was the first official game. I think there were some scrimmages and there were some here and there games, but officially Grainger High School opened up the stadium when they defeated Tarboro High School on that day in April in 1949. And so it will be actually 75 years to the day that the first official pitch was thrown to that stadium.
That's pretty sweet. You got a couple of other. I'm trying to think who would have been at that game. Tommy Maddox was probably at that baseball game back in 1949.
Yeah, I've been working with the Tommy Maddoxes. I've been working with George Whitfield.
Yeah,
Coach Whit has been a tremendous help. Believe it or not, there are still a few living members from that team.
Really?
And we hope to have them at our game. The plan is to have some of them and their families at the game and throw the honorary first pitch out and be recognized.
Very cool.
Just because, one, it's unique, and 75 years, it's our diamond anniversary.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So we were thankful to have a good sponsor in Barnes Jewelers in Goldsboro.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
and they're helping us out, for that event that Saturday. And the goal is to honor the past while promoting the present.
Mm-hmm.
We've had so many teams play in Grainger Stadium.
True.
I mean, from the local high schools back then to the current high schools in the community when we didn't have baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We opened our doors. The stadium did to the local teams. And, professionally, we've been the Eagles, the Expos, the Blue Jays, the Indians, the Wood Ducks, the Kinston Grays, the Negro League team. They played there. Yeah. So we've had a lot of teams come through the doors, and we plan on honoring them that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got all the like the classic teams too coming in February.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. Freedom Classic. The Freedom Classic's been great. We've hosted cornhole. There's been weddings. Yeah. Girls soccer. We hosted that.
That's super cool.
The Ironclad Marathon.
Yeah, that's true.
We've had a lot of concerts. The stadium is, people think of it. Historic Grainger Stadium. It's more than that.
Yeah, it's more than baseball.
It's more than baseball. It's hosted many events, games, concerts.
Yep. Is the kickball tournament going to be there in a couple of weeks too?
Yep.
For the chamber.
Yep, the chamber.
Dude, you saw the championship trophy up there.
Oh, there. Yes.
So we are the reigning champs.
Team Zac. Okay.
Yeah. We beat Brian Hanks in the finals. Well. I always like to bring that up and remind him.
Sorry, Brian.
He was the pitcher.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
So no hitter, I guess. Brian had to throw no hitter.
He did not.
No kicker.
Yeah, no kicker. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that in May. So the
May
2nd. Yep. So any of you chamber members watching, reach out to the chamber and register your team. We'd love to have you that night.
It's also open to non-members like myself.
Yeah.
Did you know? So.
I did. Yeah. We want to. The whole point is to encourage not just our chamber members, but potential members and Kinston community to come out and enjoy us and see the stadium and what we have to offer and enjoy, a little after hours on the baseball field.
Yeah, it was super awesome the last time that the kickball tournament was out there. I can't remember what year. They skipped it last year. But the year before, I think is what it was, 2021.
21, yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully
we'll
have a big turnout, and I think we will. I mean, it's something unique and different.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised. I had never been to the Freedom Classic, but I was kind of surprised at how many people were in for that. Like that is a much bigger shindig than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, you think about
but it makes sense.
Being from Eastern North Carolina my whole life, for the most part, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, but you get the idea. I think we have more military bases per square mile, maybe than most states in the country.
That's a bunch.
So we have a lot, and especially in this down east area, we have a lot. So it's nice when you have Air Force with Seymour Johnson down the road. Yeah. Navy comes down, and we always have a great crowd, and it's good not only for Kinston but for the local community. There's more than just Kinston that is impacted when these guys come to town.
Yeah, a bunch of people coming up from Jacksonville and stuff like that for that event for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very cool. I thought it was super neat. But again, it definitely blew me away. I was not expecting to go in there. We went Sunday and the weather was kind of crummy. It was still packed out. I was like,
yeah, we've had our issues. I mean, I know a couple of years it snowed.
Yeah.
And then some years it's 85 degrees. I mean, look at this year. The Friday night was 80 degrees. Yeah. Saturday was 50 and rain. Yep. And then Sunday was cold, breezy, you just
tolerable, but not nice.
Yeah. So we experienced kind of all 4 seasons in a 3-game series.
Yeah.
Here in Kinston.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I was impressed to see the turnout on a Sunday after the rainy Saturday. Maybe had a little stray drizzle there.
Yeah, I went to the Sunday game and powered through just because it's fun to see.
Yeah, it was fine. Like a light jacket. It was totally tolerable. Super excited to get back to the Wood Ducks games though, man, because it's my life when they're in town. It doesn't get much better than that. I try to get done with work and race out of here and get down there and be there for the first pitch. I usually always I'm chronically late. I usually miss the first pitch. That was the joke last year, was like we would show up in the bottom of the first and we're like down 2-0 already, and I'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Can you just not give up runs until I make it here? And then like we would generally play better. But we sucked in the first and sometimes second inning last year.
We were a team last year that we loved the dramatics.
Yes.
I mean, the walk-offs, the late inning rallies.
Lots of walk-offs.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I mean, which makes it fun. And, I think, the changes that minor league baseball did last year, Major League has taken over this year.
Yep.
I think it's good for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its quirks, it has its issues, but for the most part, I mean, I think it's helped the game.
Well, I mean, like last year, the first week of the season, we didn't have the clock, and then they put it in like before, or maybe it was like the Tuesday, Wednesday game, we didn't have the clock, and then Thursday night, we were like the pitch clock, and we're like, what is this? Like, this is Thursday. There should be no pitch clock.
Yeah, and the games go quicker.
They
do.
Much quicker, dude. Much quicker. I can't remember what the stats were, but like it was astonishing how many games they got down under 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's going to, I think you'll see it in minor league, major league. You'll see it everywhere this year.
Yeah, you got the Savannah Bananas are kind of pushing that a little bit too by kind of redoing the whole way that, it's different stuff.
Right.
It's 2 different games.
Correct.
But they do kind of have a point of hitting that 2 hour mark and under. It does kind of like, it helps keep people interested, I think, in it. And that's what baseball is trying to do with the young kids, get them back into the games.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to. I mean, every sport, every league has to revamp at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And that was baseball's turn.
Yep.
So,
yeah, they got the replay in, which is all right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the bigger bases this year?
So, minor league actually had them last year.
Did they?
They did. So, we tested out. And I mean, I think, at the end of the day, someone who's quick, someone who's fast, like, you're going to beat the tag or beat the throw.
Yeah.
And, but I think it makes the game a little different, especially your like middle infielders.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling 2,
Yeah.
You've got a little bit bigger
field.
area
Yep.
to get that toe, drag across to make the play.
Yep.
I think you'll see a lot of games change because of it. But again, it's part of the growth of the
How
sport.
much bigger are they? What is it? I can't remember what it was. Like how much it shortened the space between the bases, like between first and second. I think it's like 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah, it's something.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but like how many times have you seen someone get tagged out and their hand is within 4 inches of the bag? I mean, so you're there. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know how Ricky Henderson feels about that, but
Yeah,
he's still untouchable.
Yeah, no one's breaking
touched.
that record. Yeah.
I saw something crazy the other day. It was like some ridiculously astonishing stat of like you could have 45 stolen bases for the next 21 years and still be short
of Rick. Yeah,
by like
10
more years of it. I was like,
yeah.
geez.
There's no catch. Some records, every record's made to be broken. There's some that aren't going to get broken.
Our boy Jace Easley in 2021 season had 70 stolen bases,
which is incredible.
70 stolen bases with the small bases.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, we were excited about that. That's Grant to pick up the Chase Easley jersey. Got that sucker autograph.
There we go.
He was pretty nice about it. So yeah, hopefully he turns out. I don't know if he's going to ever make it, but he's got the right DNA. His dad was a player.
Right. I mean, you've got the chance. You've got the tools are there. The ability's there.
Yep.
So it's just a matter, that some of this baseball world it's tough, man.
Should have some. So like I've only experienced 2 seasons of Wood Ducks. So I'm a 2021 and 2022 players guy. I don't pay attention to really anyone that came before I moved here because I'm kind of locked into that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys you see like the Bubba Thompsons who's come through and doing well spring training wise, and some pitchers have come through. Sam Huff came through town.
Yep.
He's gone up and down a little bit here and there, but it's unique to see. Especially looking at the last 75 years, that's been my project the last couple of weeks, and you look at some of these guys that whether it was the Wood Ducks, Indians, Eagles, Blue Jay, the likes of the Fred McGriffs have played in Grainger Stadium. Jim Tomei, CC Sabathia, Bartolo Colon, Cliff Lee.
Wow.
You look at like these names that you recognize, and that's just our guys. I mean, some of the old timers. Somebody came in the other day talking about watching Dwight Gooden pitch in Grainger Stadium back in the 80s.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's a stadium that has so much history. It's not just, we're thankful that the Wood Ducks are a part of that history now, but there's so much more,
It's crazy to think, remember, too, the actual Indians had all 3 of those pitchers on the team at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's
CC, Cliff Lee, and Cologne.
It's nuts, the diehard fans, and I think Kinston's a good baseball community. These people, these fans, they know it.
They do know the game.
I mean, like the Albert Bells of the world played here in Grainger Stadium. And the most recent guys like the Grady Sizemores, Lonnie Chisenhall, and Kinston loves Lonnie.
Yeah.
You know, those guys played in the World Series, you know, with the Indians against the Cubs.
Yeah.
And they were, I mean, that's our recent crowd that's made it to the big show of all shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just fun to think, you know, we've been trying to reach out to a lot of these, you know, former players. We've heard from a lot, you know, telling us about their time at Grainger. It's been kind of cool.
That is cool.
So
that is cool. You getting CC back for one of these games? You gonna throw out the first pitch?
I'm not gonna lie. I sent my emails.
You sent them out.
So you know, all they got to do.
Calling you out, CC.
Hey, it's one of those things. You know, if they say yes, great. If not, hey.
So are we bringing back first pitches this year?
Like
the first pitch, or throwing out the first pitch? Are we gonna have? People. We're back. We're like 100% beyond the COVID.
We will be having people doing the first pitch.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
So
that's good. It's part of the game. Did you guys? I know we mentioned it briefly, but were you able to get the ketchup and mustard and relish thing? We working on that?
So we are working on that. Yeah. So we do have. We've got the balls. You know the big sumo balls.
Sock and bob.
Yeah. So we've got to get. You know, Maddie's done a good job getting the promo lineup ready. Some of the stuff, you know, we're waiting to announce.
Yeah.
Right when that season gets going, but you know, we want the fans to know that we have a good program, good lineup to get more fan interaction.
For sure.
Because I mean, that's what it's about.
Yeah, we need like the freeze or whatever. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah, running around. Oh, my goodness. I'm not the one running, so we have to find somebody super fast.
Yeah, Grant and I said we went ahead and volunteered. We told John, we're like, we'll run every race that we're at, every game we're at. We'll do the ketchup versus mustard. Or I told him we'd have to be like cauliflower and broccoli. You know, I'd be the cauliflower, Grant would be the broccoli because he's tall.
That's awesome.
Like a zebra and a giraffe.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, no, I mean, we're excited again. You know, we're just glad baseball's back here in Kinston for another year. And, you know, next week, you know, April 6th, opening day. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets opening day, April 6th. We do have fireworks that night after the game. Yeah. We're also passing out the season schedule magnet.
Nice.
So we've got that. Friday night, we're doing a jersey koozie giveaway.
Yeah, which I'm gassed for.
Yeah, so we've got a koozie with a Woody's koozie jersey giveaway. And then Saturday night, to go along with our 75th celebration, we've got our City Edition jersey.
Oh, yeah?
So our first giveaway jersey item on Saturday night will be Kinston-based. It'll be a Kinston jersey.
Sweet.
And then the cool thing, which I think Maddie, again's done a good job with, is after the game, we're having an Easter egg hunt.
Oh, yeah.
So there'll be an Easter egg hunt on the field for the kids and for the adults in the grandstand.
I like that.
So kids on the field, the parents running through the stadium finding the eggs.
Very neat. So is that first Sunday Easter?
That is. So there's no game on Easter.
Okay.
So we're just playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And then the Easter Sunday, and then we go on the road for the week.
Oh, that's interesting. So they start the season with a 3-game set.
Yeah, so last year we did it, but we were on the road. So it kind of seemed like we started our season much later.
That makes sense.
But, you know, it's kind of one of those things, everyone kind of gets a holiday somewhere.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's a good little early splash, too. A little 3-game set. Get yourself into the season. Get ready to go. Yep. Then we're on the road after that. The week after.
Yeah, the next week we're on the road.
Yeah, cool.
So,
yeah, I'm not a big fan. I like when they're in town, but them 2 weeks back-to-back in town is brutal. It's hard to keep going. I mean, I'm trying to be at every game, and it's tough.
That's where some of those new changes have affected in all the different ways. Because, I mean, players are tired, fans are tired, staff get tired.
12 days out of 13, you guys got to do your day job and then be at the stadium all the way until.
But I mean, at the same time, like, it's part of the job.
Yeah, it's why
and that's why we do it, and we enjoy it, and we'll be ready, we'll be prepared, the team will be prepared. So
you generally don't take a job working for a baseball team and hate baseball. So.
Yeah, right. You know, it's a summer job. Majority of it's in summer. The games are in the summertime. You got to enjoy it.
I like it. I'm here for it. But yeah, those the 12 games in 13 days is.
Yeah, and then the good thing is like there'll be a time where we get the 12 days off.
Yeah,
we're on the road.
They're gone for 2 weeks in a row, and
it does work itself out. But it's going. You know, it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, very cool. So you got how many fireworks nights we got this year? 5 or 6?
5 or 6, yeah. We the first one obviously April 6th, which is a Thursday, which is unique. But most of them are Friday nights.
Okay, very cool. So you're going Thursday on the opening series. That'll be cool. So yeah, right out of the gate, coming out strong.
With fireworks.
Thursday fireworks, Saturday jersey, and a koozie on Friday night. I mean,
our giveaways the first weekend are pretty solid.
Yeah.
So we hope that.
What color is that jersey? You giving any sneak peeks
out? No sneak peeks. I've been told no sneak peeks.
I tried, guys.
No sneak peeks. Yeah, We're kind of limited on what the koozie looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket schedule magnet is going to be pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the koozie and the jersey we're going to kind of hold off. You'll see in the next couple of days.
Yeah, maybe by Thursday.
We'll start to be promoting what they look like.
All right.
So but tonight, sorry guys.
All right.
Sorry.
That's fair. Well,
I didn't have many rules, but that was one of the rules.
That was one of the rules.
Don't give away what we got.
Darn it. Well, I'm trying to think what else you got going up there. You got some new, pretty much kept a lot of the daily specials pretty much the same, right? Like the Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays.
Yeah, all that stuff's the same as last year. You might see some difference in prices, not to go, but
like $2.
But yeah, it's something a little different. Yeah. Some new promotional ideas, some new, things that are different this year. I mean, we put our promotional schedule out. We're going to do an umbrella, clear bag, various different types of jerseys, not just, your standard Wood Ducks jersey. Some different concepts.
Yeah.
We're giving away a tumbler this year.
Oh, nice.
Which is new.
I like that, yeah.
Stuff like that's been different. T-shirt giveaway, poster.
Mm-hmm.
So, have some fun with it.
Yeah, a little poster would be cool.
But also, have its own uniqueness, because we've got our Copa series, so we'll promote our avocados.
Yep.
Our ag series, we always call with the collard greens on cornbread.
Yeah.
The collard green.
I like that. You got the full-blown, mascot for that series, too, though. I mean, got a full-blown cornbread.
Cornbread, he's the man.
Yeah.
He and dude. So, so we've got all those ideas. All the nights. We've got special nights from, our opening day, like our 75th ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a variety of education days for the local kids to come to.
4 of them.
Yeah. Like camp day. We're doing a heritage night.
Mm-hmm.
Military appreciation, scout night, mental health awareness night.
Right on.
So we've got a lot of nights, towards the end of the year, we're going to do a teacher appreciation night. We honor the education for the kids. They love getting out of school. We've got to support the teachers, too.
Yeah, you got to have you can't do happy hours in the state yet. But, yeah, you got to have,
Yeah. So, we hope to hit as many people as we can in many jobs, professions, to, show our appreciation from an organization for what they do for our community here in town.
Right on. That's very cool. What sorts of, how long have you been officially with the Wood Ducks?
So officially been with the Wood Ducks since October. Okay. But I have done some summer gigs with them the first 17, 18, and 19.
Okay.
I did some summer intern work, I had summers off. So
yeah, exactly.
But now I'm with them full time. Nice. So I guess it's been, almost 6 months.
Yeah. Liking it?
Yeah. I mean, John, Janelle, front office, people you work with are great.
Mm-hmm.
Been great working with the Rangers, and it's just, it's a different than what I've been used to.
Right.
Different, a true 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Till you get to the season.
Yeah, then it's, 9 to whenever the game ends.
Then it's just whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, what time we get down tonight? Yeah. That's when the pitch clock we really enjoy.
Yeah. You guys are loving the pitch clock, no doubt. We just dislike it on Thursdays when we're trying to get as many beers down as possible. You know what I mean? We're like, no.
That's fair. Makes sense.
Maybe just just turn them off on Thursdays. Maybe to have a malfunction.
Yeah,
that's when we need the scoreboard to mess up. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Darn. We'll stay off that touchy subject.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's something I do got to stay away from as well.
No, for sure. I just love how people just like to jump on that one all the time. So it's good fun. It's good.
Yeah.
Fun. But anyway.
But yeah, no, I enjoy it. It's been a good change. So.
Sweet. You guys got doing the cornhole again, I think in the fall.
Yeah, it'll be either October, early November, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's like a good right when it starts getting crisp out a little bit. So
yeah, it's the perfect type of weather for me for cornhole.
Mm-hmm. Totally. You guys doing anything big around the barbecue festival weekend? Is the team going to be in town that weekend?
So we were on the road that weekend.
Perfect.
It's one of those things that
it's almost like it should be like that.
Yeah. So the focus for the town becomes here supporting Kinston, supporting the bar. I mean, so we'll be around as an organization, but we won't as a team. There are no games that weekend.
Very cool. That's good. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. No. I mean, it makes it tough. I mean, as good as Kinston is, you don't want to have to make people choose who to support in the town that weekend. Yeah,
it would be cool from the perspective of you have all these people in from out of town, and then they could also catch a game. So either way, you're winning. But yeah, it would be kind of a weird thing when you got Nico playing and the Wood Ducks are doing fireworks at the same time. That could be it would be a little wild. But at the same time, though, pump it up. That'd be
I think there's a way to make it work. I just think it's just neither of the group. Yeah, it just falls that weekend. It's just I think right now, the barbecue fest is just great as it is, and let's not try to mess with it.
No, for sure. I think they're going, speaking of messing with it, they're going to go later into Saturday night this year. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That is good.
So that was something I didn't know, that when I first moved here, after my first year I lived here, 2020, no barbecue fest.
Right.
Second year, barbecue festival. And then I found out that you don't ever dare ask a question about why something at barbecue fest is done that particular way. But I just, as an idiot, was like, hey, why is it shutting down at 5 on a Saturday? Like, there's all these people. Why can we stay for 3 to 5 more hours and keep having fun? And then I got told very sharply that, no, you can't do that because people don't know how to act after it gets dark. And I'm like, but wasn't Friday 5 to 10 like we were here? So this year, I got attacked for it that year. And then so last year it happened, and I was just like, hey, I love it. Man, if I could have another evening of it, that'd be great. And then it was taken less abrasively, which was good. I must have changed the way that I voiced it. And then this year they came out and they were like, hey, we're going late Friday and Saturday. I was like, heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, you got everyone here. We may as well.
Might as well. Crazy. I agree. Yeah.
Let them go crazy. So, yeah. Last year it worked out kind of cool, though, because we did have it end at 5 on Saturday, and at like 4:30 it downpoured. Do you remember that? And everyone was like, home.
Yeah.
It
worked out well. But, if the weather's nice, it's good,
yeah.
It's good. I mean, at the end of the day, you want the event to be successful. You want Kinston to be successful. Yeah, totally. But you want these businesses to be, and the Barbecue Fest helps all of us downtown.
Absolutely.
I mean, even us being at Grainger Stadium, we're part of this downtown community. And whether or not we're at the stadium or not, if we're out here as a business walking around with our gear, I need to go to the,
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys do a booth or like a?
So we have, I do not believe we have one this year, but we have done in the past. Cool. It's just one of those things that with all of us and where we are, not everyone lives here in Kinston.
Right.
And like we said earlier, when we get a weekend off, from an actual,
yeah, no doubt, I feel you.
We need a break too.
Yeah.
But I think we are, I'm usually around. There's other people that are working, we come. Yeah. So whether or not we're directly having a booth, we're involved one way or another.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, I'm super gassed for it, man. We really enjoy it. That's when we really enjoy the location a bunch. Being able to just especially now with the garage door, throw the garage door open and play a little music.
That garage door is a game changer.
A little ping pong.
Yeah.
Man, dude, it's a good time. So we'll be we're trying to pump as many of these silicone ice cube trays as we can by then. We're trying to get pigs on them and trying to get a little backstock of stuff so we can kind of peddle those during the event. So try to do all those little small things.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Try and pull in the cash.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly for us, it's just networking. We're trying to find that one person that walks through that looks at something in our window and is like, I know what this is. This is actually that. And you're like, yes, you are the one contact I was looking to make from this whole event.
Yeah.
So we have had that happen each year, which has been kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Had someone come through and be like, I know what this is. And I do this for a career. And we're like, sweet.
Well, speaking of that, we probably should talk about our little keychains.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know. I should have brought. I don't know where I know. I should have brought.
They're running right now. So if you hear that whistling sound in the background, I apologize. It's the printer running. Nothing I can really do. I don't really have separate spaces yet to have a studio, but eventually we'll get there. But yeah, running these really tight keychains for the wood ducks that they're going to be giving out. So tell us a little bit about those. Yeah.
So some of the push in minor league baseball and all of baseball is how do you connect to a certain group?
Yep.
And we want to connect to our youth and the kids in this community and really whoever. We kind of joked about it. We saw some of what other teams in our league were doing. And a lot of people have information posted in the bathrooms. Mm-hmm. And so we are going with that concept thanks to Additive. And so there'll be information in the bathrooms with QR codes, and the matching QR code is also going to be on a keychain that they're making. And we'll be going to give it to some of the kids in the community and kind of sporadically here and there. We're going to have about 500 or so to pass out. And what that QR code is, it's going to have information for that month. So when you scan this QR code, it's going to tell you everything going on in our stadium in the month of April. Mm-hmm. And then in May, it'll switch to May and so forth and so forth. And it's a cool thing because you're also going to see it kind of posted around the stadium. Mm-hmm. So, wait a second, I saw that. And the QR code's going to match. Because at the end of the day, the joke behind it, we're all going to go to the bathroom at some point.
Gotta go.
And so when you see these things in the bathroom, whether little Johnny or Sally see it or mom or dad see it, like, wait a second, she also had that on the keychain. And so it's going to be a connection to hopefully bring more interest and kind of have fun. And I'm kind of calling them like a backpack tag.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, when kids get them in today's world, especially as a teacher, I used to be a teacher, it's just this trend that they're big now. And all these kids want tags everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a Wood Ducks tag, and it's going to have everything you need to know on this QR code. So you're going to scan it, and it's going to be like, April 6th, fireworks, opening day, April 8th. Oh, great. Easter egg hunt after the game.
Yeah.
What our jersey giveaways are, what our drink specials or food specials are that day, and just kind of a fun fact about what's going on at Grainger Stadium.
Yep. Yeah, it's got like a little information. It's got like the calendar breakdown,
Yep.
days they're in town, the days they're out, and like what days you need to go to make sure you don't miss out on the jersees. And
Exactly, yeah.
It's a big thing.
And kind of gives you we think we did about an 8-week out big event.
Mm-hmm.
So there's opening weekends up there, but then what's the next big event in May, June? I think we stop early July. We get to our July 3rd game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but once April goes away, those are gone, and you keep moving up that important day to write down for the rest of the year. So It's something new we're going to try this year, but I think it'll be successful because in today's world, technology, kids.
That's it, baby.
I mean,
kids are always looking for those QR codes and zapping on them and doing.
Yeah, and you never know who if the random QR code gets a group event or a family of 5, and they're like, you know what, we might actually want to do season tickets.
Yep.
They love it. So we think it's a good partnership and a good concept. And I should have brought I got one of the samples. I should have brought it. I did not. Was not thinking ahead of time, but when you see them, they turned out great. The clarity, the clearness. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool thing. If you don't know, maybe I'll have one ready to go, and I'll put it right here in the pod. But it's got basically on one side you got the 3 entities of the Wood Ducks. You got the collard greens, the Wood Ducks, and the
avocados.
So you kind of got all 3 logos up on the front of it, and then you flip the sucker over, and bam, it's just a round QR code. You scan it, and then it always is taking you to a page. And what's cool is, from a business perspective or a marketing perspective for the Wood Ducks, is they're putting out a tag one time with a QR code on it, and they can forever and always maintain the landing page for where that QR code sends them. So if they want to promote something down the road, all they have to do is just change that landing page of what it is with different information. And so basically they're putting out all of these flyers or leads, or basically all these tags out into the universe of these little QR codes. And they don't know if someone's going to scan it in April of 2023 or in June of 2027. But if they're still running that code by then, that can evolve and it can carry on. It could be switched over to joining an email list or a mailer blast list, or sign up here to find out about new information. So from a business perspective, that's ever something too. It works for sports teams, it works for businesses, it works for all sorts of things. It's just an interesting way to promote yourself.
I mean, as long as that QR code's active and the RN's active, it's not just a giveaway item that you can use in 2023.
What's also cool about it is the traceability. So they'll be able to actually go in on the back end of it and see how many times that QR code is getting scanned. So they'll actually be able to be like, hey, we did that project last year and it literally only got scanned 12 times the whole season, so that probably didn't work. Or they can go back and be like, it did this or it did that, or we had a lot of scans in this month or at this particular time. So what's cool on that is the traceability of if you're spending money on marketing and you're putting stuff out there and it's just you're handing out a pair of sunglasses with your logo on it or something like that nature, you never really get to know how often someone is utilizing the marketing aspect of that. If you have a pen with a company name on it, you don't get to see how many times someone calls you or enters the website based on that pen, but you do on a QR code because you can track the scans of it. So it's pretty cool stuff. If you're into analytics and nerd stuff like I am, it's pretty cool stuff.
We're pretty pumped about it, honestly. So I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm guessing it. You guys been using, so a big topic in my life right now is Chat GPT and using AI to write stuff. Have you toyed around with any of that?
Not really.
Dude, you guys gotta check it out. It can do anything. So I've been doing, if you follow me on the Facebooks, I've been doing these daily motivational posts. I post them in the morning, and they're 100% generated by Chat GPT. So I put in a prompt into this chat space with a robot, and then it writes me something back. So I'll wake up in the morning and I'll go into my little chat room with my chat bot and I'll be like, write me a motivational post about a busy week for a Monday morning on Facebook. And it'll and it writes the whole little thing for me. It puts the little emojis in there, and all the different stuff, and then I copy it and I paste it on Facebook, and I put at the bottom Zac GPT because it's like me utilizing ChatGPT. So you gotta check it out, man. Like you can use it for like writing proposals or emails or different things of like you could legitimately use it to be like, write me a proposal. I am a baseball team trying to sell season tickets to a dentist. Write me a proposal that works in dental puns with baseball, and it would like legitimately write all that stuff. So you could be sending like a proposal to a dentist to get season tickets that has like little funny dentist puns worked into it, and then you could be like, rewrite this for an attorney or a car dealership or an insurance agent, and it just does it. It's amazingly cool.
Technology's wild,
dude. It's nuts. It's like better than Google because you're asking it to utilize Google, because Google is like its database of information that it draws on. So you're instead of like you getting on Google and parsing through all the information and determining what you would write, this just does it for you on the fly. It's so weird.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah, we were writing like proposals for. I wrote like how to write me a framework for a course about additive manufacturing, and it wrote me like a 6-week course based on all of those things. And then I was like, rewrite this more kid friendly, and it rewrote the whole proposal, but it used like kid friendly terms about the same stuff, and it all made the same amount of sense, but it was more like it was just tailored to kids, and it just bam immediately. In like 2 minutes.
Nice.
Like a whole framework. It was like, cool. Now I just take this framework and then make slideshow, and then bam, done. Because I hate writing. I love like delivering information. I love like presenting things. Obviously, I enjoy talking on camera, so like I love it. But sitting there and writing out like the outline of what I want to talk about, hate that stuff. It's terrible. It's like that's the actual schoolwork part. I just want to go to the social hour. But it's amazing. You gotta check it out.
Okay.
Especially if you ever like go back for like a master's or something, you could pretty much use it to
write your thesis out.
Yeah. I used it the other day to write a lease. I needed a lease for myself for the residential, so we could get the electric turned on in my name. And I was like, write a residential lease for the state of North Carolina, and it was like, bloop.
Okay,
it's nuts.
Nice.
Yeah. Nerd stuff. It's not dumb though.
I mean,
it's crazy.
Man, kids these days are going to have it easy when it comes to like going to the next step.
So that's the weird thing of like having kids and homeschooling them. And so we don't teach them, put your phone away and memorize from this book.
Right.
Because there's different tools. So like for me to train them, it's like a weird thing, right? I'm either screwing them up really royally, or it's going to be all right, or we'll be somewhere in the middle probably. But my thought process of it is like, instead of forcing them to like read books and memorize things the old-fashioned way, I would rather just teach them like how to utilize the current tools to access that information on the fly.
Yeah.
So it's like instead of teaching them to memorize.
I get it. Like
it's such a weird.
No, trust me. When I was teaching, like the book's great, but you got to teach people real world stuff.
Yeah.
And how to like do things without a book.
Right. Like, when we were in school, it was like, all right, write this report and then remember all this information about it. And now it's like, you can. I mean, I'm not like crapping on school and stuff, but like, there's just different tools to utilize to get information. So like, you just cram all your head full of all this stuff. Imagine all the things we could have learned if we weren't learning how to like do like basic stuff.
Man, I was one of the first at school to use like one of these Promethean boards.
Yeah.
It was able to use technology and utilize for maps, and it was great.
Think about all the time we wasted memorizing the periodic table or that you don't need to. It's on your phone. Unless you're going to be a chemist. What's the point?
Correct.
Isn't that
I do agree with you there.
I don't know. So I've been like slowly working that into them. It's like, all right, cool. Here's a way to use
this.
You need to do a project based on this? Oh, cool. There's this thing called ChatGPT. And my dad's like, you're a horrible parent. Like you're ruining your kids. I'm like, but I'm not though. Like imagine growing up and just being like, you're just learning on the stuff that's out that adults are using to hack their life right now. And it's just like, you're just ready to go. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see how it works out. Hopefully they make enough money to put me in a nice nursing home someday, but
well, good. Might as well use it while we got it.
Yeah. A little different. Well, what else been going on, man? What have you been doing in the personal life? I know you talked about like all your wood ducks fame and fortune nowadays, but like, you were a coach and a school teacher. What's it like kind of like not having that going on anymore?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to teach and coach at Parrott for 14 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. But coaching soccer and basketball, and every time now and then I help with the football team. It was just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Doing whether it was in the classroom or on the field. It's part of the reason why we have that soccer game at the stadium.
Yeah.
It was something we started a couple years ago, and moving over there, we were able to keep that going. I hope to continue it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just a different type of day to day. I mean, the teaching life, you wake up, you teach, you grade, you go to practice, drive the bus. Now when my work day is over, it's over.
Yeah, it's kind of
I don't have to grade a test or hop on a bus. Of course I miss it.
You're not taking phone calls from parents.
Yeah, the phone calls, the emails, we all got them. I like to think I left with, good rapport with the parents, the kids, the students. I worked with great people. Yeah. I mean, dealt with great families, and the coaching part I miss probably more than anything.
Right.
But I'm still involved in baseball. I'm still in the community. I'm not too far away from all the kids and people I dealt with for all those years.
Yeah, exactly. Small town. So
yeah, it's a small town, and that's the thing. Like, we don't work together anymore, but we're still friends.
Right.
We still hang out quite regularly. I've got my new group I work with now, and the crowd I work with for so many years. Like, there's no, it's just a different, like you said, day to day. It's a different 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just, it took me a while to get used to it, but for the most part, like I said, it's been a good transition. Yeah. A good transition.
Nice. Yeah, probably a little. Yeah, I think I would definitely rather have your position at the Wood Ducks than being a teacher coach, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, not you get a lot of.
I would choose that one.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how you don't realize until like you've switched or you moved on that you wake up and kind of do the same thing, but it's different every day.
Mm-hmm.
And both jobs have that aspect, that quality. But when you have a bad day, whether you dealt with a kid that was causing problems or a parent that was giving you problems or the game didn't go well coaching, like, it all impacted. From 8 a.m., it's hard to teach for full-time 5-6 classes a day and then turn that gear off to drive a bus and then get on the sideline and try to coach, because it comes up. Like, dang, man, like, we're down 2 goals. Also, I think I misgraded that test. Oh, God, he's going to be so mad. And you're like, wait, no, soccer first. Let me focus on this game, and I'll address that tomorrow. But, it's tough to do that. And kudos to everyone out there that does that.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher, coaches, that, I think it's one thing to coach. I think it's one thing to teach and coach at the same day.
Yep.
Because you have to decompress, and, it wears you out. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm tired when I come home working with the Wood Ducks, but it's a different tired. I know when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go to the Grainger Stadium. I'm not going to go there and be like, oh, what did Sally's mom going to say to me today? I knew that was my mistake. And that's just part of the nature of it. But yeah, so it's been good. It's been fun. It's been a good transition. It's opened my eyes to kind of how professional team works. Professional sports. So I love the sports world, and now I get to do it for a living.
Well, and yeah, you've done the 6-month pay period now, leading up to the actual fun part.
Yeah,
I mean, you took the job of the Wood Ducks and spent 6 months not watching Wood Ducks games because they weren't having them.
Right. Yeah. So I came in at a very odd time. I started working with the Wood Ducks when there was no baseball.
Yeah, like crap. I gotta wait all the way around.
And then now it's here, and so it's like, oh great. Mm-hmm. Now they're paying me to come watch the game.
Yeah, now it's fun to
Yeah. But yeah, that's part of it. So, but at the end of the day, the coaching was fun. I do miss that, but those bonds, those relationships, the banners and the stuff we won, that's going to be, you can't take it away from us.
That's right.
So, and I still talk with a lot of those girls and guys every now and then just to check in, see how things are going, and that's what it's about. It's cliche, and every teacher, coach says it, but that's why we did it. And the memories you make were awesome. I mean, they can't take my state championship ring from me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So we got one of those.
Very nice.
So that's something that'll always be the back of the mind all the time. So
yeah, that's sweet. Sweet. Nothing fixes a rainy day like good old state title.
Oh man, every now and then look at the ring like, we did win that. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Right on. Well, cool, man. Well, you want to throw anything else in? You got anything else to add other than, we kind of do like shameless self-promotion. So,
I think at the end of the day, whether you're from Kinston, whether you're from the area, from not, whether you come to see us at Grainger Stadium, we got a lot of good businesses in this town. Zac does a great job helping promote those things, as do all of the neighbors. I don't know what the rules are for promoting other people, but sure. We got a lot of good neighbors in this block here in downtown Kinston, and whether you come see him or you come see, the rest of them, I think this town has come such a long way in the last 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. And I think Grainger Stadium is a part of that trend going in the right direction. Yeah. And so if you get a chance to come to a game, whether you're from Goldsboro, Jacksonville, New Bern, Greenville, Snow Hill, any of these small places in between. Yep. My family's from Seven Springs. Big shout out to Seven Springs, big city life.
Yeah. Major metropolis.
We just want you to come to the city. We want you to enjoy the game, whether we win, lose, have fun, enjoy it. And, reality is put money back into the community because whether or not you see it or feel it, all of us in this downtown Kinston vibe, we want what's best for the city as well as our own businesses. Right. But I think they go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah. It's 1A and 1B to me, my friend.
So if the pizzas are selling, the ballpark's filled, right? The drinks are flowing.
Yep.
I think it's a win-win for Kinston and for the community.
Yeah, I'm with that too, man. The more that all the businesses succeed, the more that it helps property values too, because then there's less places for you to go into with your new business, and that drives the further remodeling and stuff and renovations that you're seeing on like Queen now. Now it's starting to expand. The epicenter's getting larger and larger.
Yeah, really we went from Heritage and North Street all the way now. Queen's starting to revitalize and the Mitchelltown. Everything is it's coming a long way, and obviously there's a ways to go, but it starts with you guys. Yeah,
it's bridging, and it's nice.
We don't all know each other, relatively. I think we've just become close in the last year, and I think that's part of the growth of your company. Like, if someone like me and you can become friends who don't really have a reason to cross paths,
right?
But now we do, and man, it's awesome. So I think, this town deserves that. This town needs it, and I think, we've got good promise from everybody, and I think I think we're heading the right direction. So come see us at the stadium, come see us downtown. We're here for you.
There you go. It's one of the most reasonably priced nights out with your family. And I say it a lot you can come down, grab the family special from Sugar Hill, get yourself some wings, some garlic knots, a 2-liter, a small pizza, which is plenty to feed 4 to 6-ish people. And then you slide right on, and it's like $30, and then you slide right on down to the stadium for like roughly-ish $8 a ticket during the week.
Yep.
So, you really can't get much better than that.
No, it's nice. Yeah,
historical stadium, professional baseball.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest in all of minor league baseball.
Yeah,
I think Asheville Tourists have us beat. I think Asheville's got an older stadium, but we're up there.
Even like professional baseball. Like all of professional baseball, not even minor leagues. There's maybe 5 stadiums in the majors that are older. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, and the bones are there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Grainger Stadium looks the way it did when it opened in 1949. Yeah, dude, the old and that's unique. Yeah.
Very cool.
Obviously we've added the pavilion and some amenities here and there, but if you come to that game on the 8th, we've got this massive slideshow and all these old pictures for you guys to see, and it's that's really the 1950 Grainger High State Championship. You mentioned that the 49 team won the state title. So Grainger High went back-to-back in 49 and 50, playing at Grainger Stadium. And there's a picture of the team that won the state title in front of that same water tower you see out there.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of cool how the logistics have, for the most part, stayed the exact same the last 75 years.
Well, yeah, the 2 light poles right there by the concessions on first base, like almost every photograph you see, those were in the same spot.
Yeah,
there wasn't a Mother Pavilion wasn't there yet in the playground, but like those 2 light poles, same.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to think about, like where you park, where most people park along that right field side. Those are houses. People live there.
Yeah,
and we've got all these old photos of like houses that were just there when that stadium opened. So it's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was a whole row of houses all the way. That was a neighborhood. And things change over time, but for the most part, it's it's pretty cool to see
Yeah.
the transformation, but also there's a reason we don't just say come to Grainger Stadium, come to Historic Grainger Stadium.
That's right.
So
I'm bullish on that neighborhood right over there by that too, between Queen and the stadium. Serious investment opportunities right there.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, that area is it's primed up. In my opinion, you can put a lot of little multi units down there and play right next to the stadium.
That's right. Yeah,
maybe rent them all to Wood Ducks players if you had enough of them.
There we go.
Just telling you.
Yeah.
So that leads us to the last thing that I like to throw in on every pod, and that is if you like what we're doing here on the Kickin' It With show and you'd like to contribute $100,000 to the show, we would like that. We would be okay with it. So if you're interested and you want to be known for donating the $100,000, write your name on the envelope, bring it in, slide it under the door, however you want. If you want Shiver and me to split the $100,000, $50K each, just write number 47 on the envelope.
There we go.
And I'll split it.
There we go.
So
Come on, guys.
Yeah, you don't get what you don't ask for. So
That's right. Fair enough.
100 G's. We have a lot of plans we could do.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff could happen.
Yep. Zach's got a good plan. Out of America's got a great plan. Invest in the potential here, guys.
Yeah, we'll take it. We can talk about ownership shares. We can talk about that for sure.
If you want to flow, a couple freaking flyer miles my way, feel free.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Shiver takes freaking flyer.
I do love to travel now. I do like to go out of the country every year.
There you go. Where's the last place you went?
So Dad and I got to, back in September before I started with the Wood Ducks, we went to Denmark, Sweden, and Iceland.
Nice.
So
very cool.
So enjoy it.
Where are you going next?
My bucket list plan, I would love to go. I've always had this dream to go to like Banff, Canada. To sit there and the iconic photos and that's kind of on my bucket list for next. Okay. So I try to save a little bit of money every year to get out of the country, see the world. Like I said, it's a good world out there. You got to go see it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
there you go. If you didn't know, world traveler.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I
so
love
the 50K really go a long ways.
It'll help me
literally geographically. Well, cool, man. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
This is great. Awesome. Had a blast.
Looking forward to the whole season, to seeing you 6 nights this week, no nights next week, 6 nights.
There we go. That's right.
So, very excited for it. Well, cool. Thank you, everybody, for checking this episode out. This was episode 47 of the Kickin' It With Zac Holcomb podcast. This is Shivar Person. I'm Zac Holcomb. We'll catch up with you on episode 48.